Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Alan here in Milwaukee, the Scottish DJ, and one of the things which I've been planning to do for quite a while, and I mentioned it in one of my earlier videos, and life's just kind of gone crazy, so I never got a chance to do it, is a video all about websites, and particularly websites for DJs. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes if I can, so if things go a little bit quick and you want to know more information, email me or respond down there, one of the two, and we'll see if we can't get them answered. So, first off, do you need a website is the simplest thing. If you are looking in any way to get in business and you're looking to get gigs, you're going to need a presence. You're going to need a web presence of some sort. It doesn't necessarily mean you need an all singing, all dancing website, but you do need a web presence. And I would suggest that having a single web page which looks good is better than having a website which looks bad and has lots of pages. So I can't tell you how many really bad websites there are out there. So I'm going to use as example my own website, and not because I think it's the best website in the world, but just because of the fact that I don't want to pick on anybody else's website and say this sucks. So, you know, hopefully some of the things I'm going to tell you you might recognize in your own website, and then that way maybe going to do something about it. So this is my website. My business is Accent Events, and it's ScottishDJ.com. DJ spelled out as D and J instead of D-E-E-J-A-Y as it is on YouTube. So we're gonna comment a little bit on websites with my own one as an example. First off, I would say to you, don't DIY, don't do it yourself unless you have some serious knowledge of web design, more than just, hey, I took a front page course once. I can't tell you how many websites look like they were made by, you know, a 6-year-old, you know, a smart 6-year-old, but a 6-year-old nonetheless. If you can possibly do it, have someone who does this for a living do your website. Mine was done by a company called Kavanaugh Interactive here in Milwaukee. I'm very, very happy with it. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't free, but you know, you get what you pay for in the same way that people get what they pay for with DJs. So, first off, before you decide on doing a website, decide who your main market is. If you're going for primarily weddings, if you're going for all weddings, then you know, make it wedding oriented, make it softer colors if it's all weddings that you're going for. Make it bride friendly, because it's going to be the brides who are going to be looking at it more than it's going to be the grooms. If you do mostly kind of club work, or if you do mostly maybe school or prom work, you might want to have it be a little bit more funky, a little bit more upbeat, and a little bit more appealing to like maybe a younger audience, because that's maybe who your main audience is. So with regard to the look, that's the main thing you have to think. Who is this website for? Next thing I would suggest is have something on each page. And I mean by something on each page, something worthwhile on each page. I have on mine, I have a bunch of drop down menus. So you've got the event, you can't really see there, but it says, you know, weddings and receptions, parties, trivia quizzes, Scottish Irish cultural events, bar and bat mitzvahs and corporate events. We've got a page for, you know, the music, and it's more or less about the various styles of music, rather than having every track that I've got. It just basically goes into, here are the styles that we have. Trust me, if we don't have it, we'll get it. You know, I carry something like 27,000 tracks every time I go out, so you know, I'm pretty much going to have most of the things people want, and if not, then it's my job to get them. I've got an FAQ page for frequently asked questions. That way people can kind of scroll down here and find out some of the things that other people ask about before they even speak to me. because then maybe the question they were going to ask is on here, and maybe when they actually do chat with me, we've taken care of a number of the things that we have to go through. I've got a gallery page, which is, you know, photographs of events that I've done, and that was a kind of freaky one. A Day of the Dead theme wedding. I have links to other companies who I associate with, who I network with, who are involved in the wedding industry. And then finally you're going to have a page of how to contact you with name, phone number, email, comments, what kind of event it is, all of these kind of things. More important than any of that, however, is you need to have, I don't know if you can see in the top corner here, in every page there's a way to get back home, because people want to be able to have some sort of way of getting straight back to the home page. So you need to have on every page somewhere to get back home. I don't know if you can see here as well, but as you scroll the cursor over each of the menu items, they light up, which is all very pretty and you know, adds to the functionality. However, search engines can't read these because they see them as pictures. So because of that, search engines won't be able to read any further than the home page, which is bad. You want search engines to read all the way through your website. So with that said, we have down the bottom here, if I can find it, there we go. Down the bottom here we have exactly the same headings for the menu items, for the menu bars, but they're not pictures, they're just links. And that's how the search engines get deeper into my website, and that's how they find details further than just the home page. Alright, so one of the things which I'm hoping you can notice here is that when we come back to the page, when we come back home, we go to any page, then come home, it loads it very quickly because there's no flash, there's no huge background art that needs to be loaded, there's no annoying GIFs, and the biggest culprit of all, there's no auto loading sound. So for instance, you know, you log on there and get, you know, 2 Unlimited blasting out at you as soon as you open the page, like a lot of websites do. All of these are my opinions, but this is the biggest one I can give you. Do not put auto loading music on your website, and I'll tell you why. Because sometimes brides surf the web at work. I know, it's a crazy concept. Whoever thought of it? Sometimes brides will surf the web at work, and the last thing they need is to click on your page and have music blaring out of their speakers when they're supposed to be working. Nothing will get them away from your website quicker, and nothing will prevent them from coming back quicker. So by all means, you might want to have, since what we do is very kind of music based, by all means what you might want to do is have musical content on there somewhere, but let them click on it themselves, and let them also have some way of muting the music so that if it does come up, it doesn't automatically start. And the other reason is, you know, you have music, again, it's just another thing that will slow down the loading of a page, and again, you don't want to make it harder for people to surf your site. You want to make it easy for people to navigate, and not having auto-loaded music is one way of doing that.